Well, well, well.
I see you have like one of my favorite books of
Oh,
yours, Developing Confidence and Personal Magnetism. Can you tell me, because I am going to be showing this to a lot of women at the Miami's Empowered Women Success Summit and Expo on November 11th and 12th. Can you tell me why you developed this for your vocal students, but I used it, I'm not a vocal student, and it really, really helped me. Can you tell me why this is so powerful for not only for women and as well as vocal students? And
Okay, well, it starts like this. I was a vocal coach, still am, and I noticed that the reason why people can't sing very well is that they're locked up inside. And so a person who doesn't have the confidence, very difficult for them to perform on stage, to be totally there. They have hang-ups and all kinds of things. So then I developed another course to go with this, which is course number 5. It's called Self-Transformation Through Personal Magnetism. And this is the textbook for it. So that it teaches a person to have the confidence and the personal magnetism necessary to accomplish anything they want. Now, lack of confidence, I noticed in teaching vocal students, the problem is people have difficulties inside, emotional difficulties, traumas, and all these things. So I discovered through studying personal magnetism that the voice, being the crystallized thought, by using the I mean, this is not the only technique in the book. There are many other different techniques, but the principal technique is that by using the voice with full intention and open and full of intention, just being there, totally there, minus the lies that we've all been collecting since childhood, we eliminate all those lies as much as possible, and then standing there and speaking without embarrassment. That's what does the trick. There's a power in the voice.
Fascinating. And this book is 49 days.
49 days.
Different steps each day or exercises a day, one a day.
Well,
that you keep building. You keep building on. It's not you just do it and that's it. You build them until they become a habit.
Right. Not all of them. Some of them just explanatory about certain things, certain philosophies, like the observance number 1 is about creation. And most people don't know what I'm talking about there because it's like a little story, but that is put there in the very beginning so the person can meditate on it. So just look at it and think about it. And then some of the observances, and I call them observances because it's something for you to observe every single day, every moment of present time. You're actually turning these observances into habits of living. And then some of them have exercises, very interesting exercises, as you well know, because you are my best student in Miami. You had a total transformation. It's
That's
very
true.
good.
That's very
of
true.
course 5A, which is after this, also helped a great deal. But I remember how you did these, how openly you used the voice right here and with the feeling and everything. So that's what it is, 49 observances. That needs a little explaining. It says 49 days, but a day is not over until that particular technique has been mastered by you. That's what I mean, the 49 days. It's not like you read it and then at the end of the day you already have the technique. That's ridiculous. Right,
and that's why it is such a profound book, I think, is because it's not read it and put it away and oh, you're cured. It doesn't, it's not like you read it and you put it away and you're cured. You know, you gain confidence just by reading a book. It's actually practicing.
Right. It's not. This is not the modern seminars where you go there for a weekend and they teach you to shake hands and act lively and nice and then by the end of next week you're back to where you started again. This is something that has to become part of you. And a big thing of it is through some of the observances which make you about certain things that help clean up the lies that we all have collected from childhood.
Now, does this take a lot of time? Because everybody's so busy. Are they going to
Right.
have to take an hour or 2 hours to practice these things?
Everybody wants to know, how long does it take? Because everybody's in a rush. That's another, my pet thing. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about it right now. It doesn't take any time at all. It doesn't take any time to sing, for example, with your throat open as opposed to sing with your throat closed. All you need is a certain direction. Hey, open your throat. Ha! Open the throat. Right? That's the technique. So you do it, and then every time that you use your voice in speaking, you do it. You simply do it. You turn whatever it is into a habit.
So some of these are vocal exercises, so you can do them in the shower, or you can,
Yeah.
you can do it driving your car. You can practice them.
Yeah. Well,
then.
really, the only vocal exercise is just opening up the throat and doing that little exercise just to strengthen the vocal cords. That's really the only vocal exercise. The others are emotional and almost like it's emotional.
It's something I think you have
As
to
you well know.
You have to experience it to
Yeah.
to understand, and it is you have, I know, a lot of tremendous testimonials from people all over the
Yeah.
world that have completed the course,
Yeah.
and they all say it's phenomenal. It has
Yeah.
transformed them.
We practice a little bit of the techniques of making sounds, but once you have that, then the interesting stuff begins, because, for example, the sun on its luminous wings soars majestically from horizon to horizon as a symbol of life. Okay, now, most of the students, when they begin these statements, and when I ask them to recite these things to themselves, not to me, but they're all concerned because I'm looking at them. Well, what are they going to do on stage when the whole audience is looking at them? So they must forget everything and be so totally into themselves and the universe that when they make that statement, I don't know what happens. You know what happens. Something happens. You just don't care anymore. You just are totally there, believing in what you say. You experimented with that statement for peace, remember?
Mm-hmm.
What was the statement for peace? All of a sudden I can't remember it, but you did the other one, the sun on its luminous wings. As you do these things, the feeling and the emotion of it gets into you. Of course, when somebody recites a poem, if they really like the poem, emotion always comes out. If they have the ability to forget themselves or to be themselves. So since we were brought up with all kinds of lies and aberrations of all kinds, half of our consciousness is stuck on those things. So we eliminate some of that. We use a lot of EFT and stuff like that to eliminate. I usually use that in the beginning just to get rid of emotional problems and things like that. Then you become freer and everything just comes out. Really amazing.
It is. Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah, you're welcome.